Hold up.
Raquel Gonzalez has made a major impact in WWE over the past year, having risen to the top of the card in NXT as one of the most exciting talents around. Raquel Gonzalez is a physical wrestler who is happy to impose herself in the ring, and she puts together fantastic matches on a regular basis. She is certainly going to be a big star for the company for a long time, and because of that, fans are now eager to learn more about her as a talent. From her relationship status to her history in professional wrestling, Gonzalez has a fantastic story that fans can love. So, without further ado, let's take a look at things you didn't know about Raquel Gonzalez. Number 10. Friendship with Rhea Ripley. Raquel Gonzalez and Rhea Ripley might have had a fantastic storyline in NXT where they put together very physical battles, but they are actually great friends behind the scenes. The two of them get on brilliantly, and that is something a lot of people aren't aware. Wrestlers often don't talk about their real-life friendships in order to protect the business, but Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez are two who get along well. Number 9. She's 30. Raquel Gonzalez is currently hitting the peak of her performances inside the ring, which is matched with the way she is being booked right now. This works perfectly for wrestling fans, with Gonzalez only being 30 years of age. She could still have a long career ahead of her, if she wants to dedicate time to the industry, which is something that should work brilliantly for WWE as a company. Number 8. A former basketball player. Many professional wrestlers come from a sporting background before getting into the squared circle. One of those just so happens to be Raquel Gonzalez, as she is actually a former basketball player. She was heavily involved in the sport before turning to wrestling. Raquel played at a collegiate level, playing for the Texas A&M Kingsville Javelinas. Number 7. She's 6 feet taller. One of the reasons that Raquel Gonzalez was able to thrive as a basketball player was down to her height. She is very tall, and that is something that has worked well for her in professional wrestling as well. Her height is able to work in her favor inside the ring, where she is able to act like a bully and dominate her opponents. This is something she has made the most of and helps to truly make her thrive. Number 6. Scotty too Hotty helped her. Behind the scenes, Raquel Gonzalez and Rhea Ripley are very good friends, and at one point in their early rise, they both were finding things hard. Ripley admitted there were some struggles for them both, but Scotty too Hotty actually helped them. The wrestling legend was there to provide help to both of them at this point in their lives. He was someone who believed in them both early on, and his experience clearly played a part in helping both competitors. Number 5. Her Mae Young Classic appearances. Raquel Gonzalez actually competed in both of the Mae Young Classic tournaments that have happened so far. However, many fans might not know this, considering that the two characters she portrayed were very different from how she has been presented on NXT. Her first character saw Raquel appear with a hat and a strange eye patch, while her second gimmick was more like a cowgirl, neither of which stood out or felt natural. Number 4. She was supposed to debut earlier. It took Raquel Gonzalez a long time to actually debut on television with NXT, which eventually happened at NXT TakeOver, Portland. However, it was originally supposed to happen earlier than that. Gonzalez was originally slated to appear at the first episode of NXT on the USA Network, but despite being told that was happening, she was pulled and told that she wasn't ready for that moment. Number 3. Her relationship status. Raquel Gonzalez's relationship status is something that she has kept quite private over the years. However, there have been rumors amongst fans that she could be dating fellow professional wrestler Braun Strowman. The two of them have shared a lot of images together and do spend time in each other's company. However, there is a chance that they could simply be friends, as there has been no public confirmation of any relationship. Number 2. She wants to be a double champion. Raquel Gonzalez has had plenty of accomplishments in her career so far. From winning the first ever Women's Dusty Tag Team Classic to holding the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship and then the NXT Women's Championship itself. However, she has admitted that one goal she still has in professional wrestling is to become a double champion in NXT, with the idea that she wants to hold 2 titles for the brand. Number 1. She's a second-generation talent. WWE often highly touts its wrestlers when they are second-generation talents, as it leads to a real talking point. However, that isn't something that has happened yet with Raquel Gonzalez despite the fact that she is the offspring of wrestler. Her father, Rick Gonzalez, was a professional wrestler. Raquel clearly decided to follow in his footsteps in order to become a wrestler herself.